Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. You know where you are, the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And if you're here today, you know we have a VIP coming in because you know how much I love my VIPs. But this was a little different, a little special, a little fun. She's a good friend of mine. She's helping a whole lot of people heal, and she's changing the world 1 minute at a time. Who am I talking about? Well, guess what? You're going to have to sit right there. We'll be right back.
Emmett, do you want to play with me? Yeah, I can't play right now. I'm doing show notes.
Hey, welcome back. Yeah, I'm talking about my good buddy, Michelle Jewsbury. She's going to come in and talk about her amazing nonprofit, the amazing stages she's taking. But today, we're going to talk about your story. How are you turning your story into something powerful that's making a difference? And if you don't know how, well, you came to the right place because Michelle, are you out there?
Yes, I'm out here. I'm super excited to be a part of this. Thank you so much, Tigo.
Thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me. You know, every time I call you, you go, yeah, I'll be over. You know, no problem. We got this. And dealing with, you know, all the crazy schedule stuff when I had COVID, this COVID thing's got to go away.
I mean, you're telling me right now I'm in LA, but live in Florida. And yeah, this COVID thing is real. And now there's the monkeypox.
Yeah, and now there's the monkeypox. You know, they want you to wear gloves when you go buy fruit and stuff now. It's like, is it ever going to stop? Is it ever going to stop? But I'm not going to, you know, Alan's not here, so I got to be good. And he's going to watch this thing and go,
I know, sorry,
that's
Alan.
not what you're supposed to be talking about. You know, I got to be good. Today, we're talking about turning your story into something that makes a difference. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, so I teach a lot of people how to overcome challenges and how to overcome obstacles in our lives. If you haven't heard my story before, I'm a survivor of domestic violence. Because of what I went through, it propelled me to start a nonprofit organization back in 2017, and then start speaking on stages all around the world in 2019 to help people turn their stories into missions, ministries, movements, nonprofits, and also businesses. So it's all about how you react to the situations that you go through, not about the situation themselves.
So when you were a kid, I got to ask you, you know, we're talking about telling your story. When you were a kid, did you think one day I want to speak on stages all over the world?
It's funny, when I was about 20 years old, maybe 21, I knew that I wanted to be on stages because I did Amway. So Amway is a multi-level marketing company.
And I did Amway back in the day.
Right? Yeah. So I used to sit at the bottom of the stages and look up at the speakers going, oh my gosh, I want to be diamond so bad. But really what I did was I would turn myself around and look at the audience. And I'm like, I'm going to be on stage and I want to go diamond. And I remember getting home after John Maxwell spoke one day at a Quick Star event. And I took red lipstick and I said, I will be diamond on my mirror. And what's funny is that I didn't go diamond in Amway, but I went diamond in another way because I was able to pivot and turn that story into something meaningful.
Now, were you afraid of the stage, or were you always like, I can just do this, I'm good?
I studied theater growing up, right? So acting. I originally moved to Hollywood, California to be a movie star. However, you still get butterflies in your stomach, no matter what. So I remember when I wrote and performed my play, I wrote a solo play back in 2016. And I just remember being on stage and like my gut was all funny feeling. And about halfway through my 65-minute monologue is what it is, I forgot my words.
Wait a minute, 65-minute monologue for real?
Yeah, for about
Wow.
65 minutes of dialogue. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy, and it was just me, but I was playing different characters, and I forgot my words, and at that point, you know, you're just like, oh gosh, now I'm live on stage, and I keep doing this because my protagonist was a bodybuilder, so
Oh.
I actually like jumped into like my protagonist character, and I started just to make up the words until I finally remembered and then got right back on track. But yes, there's those times even now when I'm up on stage where I'm just like, okay, well, I'm reading the audience. What is it that they're wanting from me? God, please give me the words to say. And
Mhm.
it is nerve-wracking. Definitely. You're a speaker too, Tigo. Do you get nervous?
Every time. Ever
Yeah.
since I was 8 years old, every time until I actually get about center stage and then it kicks in and then I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
But until that moment, it's like, why am I doing this? Who told me to be here? You know, there could be 10,000 other people that could be doing this other than me. And then once I get center stage, it's like, you know, just be you. I'm not an actor, you know, so I can't go out and pretend to be somebody I'm not or anything like that. But if you want me to speak and just be me, I can do it all day. If you
Yeah.
call me and say, oh, we want you to be very proper and formal, and oh, you got the wrong person, because that is definitely not, you know, I mean, come on, my nickname is Tigo. It's like it's not exactly formal,
I
but
love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I don't act on stage. I be me as well for sure because uh, authenticity is what's so important. And you're
yeah,
very
definitely.
authentic talking
Yeah,
about you being on stage, right?
yeah,
Being authentic is so incredibly important because that's when people can actually relate to you. And how
yeah,
can you, you know, act out horrible things in your life? You don't want to do that. You want to
right.
tell the truth. Yeah.
You're exactly right. So I know somebody's watching, lots of somebody's watching and going, I've been told 1,000 times I need to share my story.
Mm.
I know I need to get out there, but I'm afraid of the camera. I'm afraid of the stage. Heck, I'm even afraid to write it down and make a book. So how do I even get started? How do I get past that? And what's the true value? Because most people just tell you, oh, you need to tell your story. It's important for your business. But they
Yeah.
don't tell them what's the true value of sharing their authentic self.
Yeah, in order to heal, you have to feel, right?
Ooh,
So, feeling through the pain, the circumstances in your life, um, you know, learning your ACE score, figuring out why you get triggered by certain innuendo situations. It's your story matters because you matter. And your story is different than everybody else's out there. However, it is also the same as so many people's as well. And you speaking up and be able to share your story with the world, share your story with individuals, whether it being in a book or a play or a poem, just
mm-hmm.
using your voice, you can make a huge difference. And it is tough, Tigo. I mean, I know I talked to
Yeah, it
you.
is.
We have a boot camp coming up October
Okay.
21st, 22nd, and 23rd in Clearwater, Florida. And it's all about turning your story into a mission, ministry, movement, or a nonprofit or a business. So we give you all
Nice.
the tools, right? You know, we're scared. So we do filming there. We help you how to structure your speech. We talk about press and how to get the right PR people behind you. We talk about social media and email marketing and all the business components of telling your story. Because although it is your story, you then can, after you realize, capitalize on it and then monetize your experiences because your intellectual intelligence is worth a lot of money.
Ooh. See, you just rang the bell. You said money. They're like, wait a minute, what?
What
It's worth a
money?
lot. What? You know,
Yes,
now they're
yes.
paying attention, you know? So, okay, you're right. I totally agree that they need to be out there. I mean, we're about to have the Now Honors. Thank you. You're coming and speaking at the Power of Pink and the Now
Yeah.
Honors, October 14th and 15th. So right before your event, you're going to be here. And that's one of the things that the Now Honors is all about. The Power of Pink is all about, is telling people that, no, you're not by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not alone. There's lots of people out there that want to do what you're doing or are doing what you're doing, and you need to connect with them so you know you're not by yourself. And the only way you're going to do that is to get out of your shell, in my opinion. You
Yeah.
know, you're going to, yeah, I'm a tech
Yeah,
geek. You
get out
know
of
that. Yeah, I'm a tech
Yeah, you
geek.
are.
I'd be happy just sitting in my computer room, just designing and never ever coming out. I don't even have, like, my windows are completely covered and stuff in here. It's like I am totally a geek. But this is the moment where I get to share with someone, and hopefully they see someone amazing like yourself and go, she's talking to me. She's
Yeah.
talking to me.
Yeah.
And I know that we can't go over because Alan's going to hurt us, even though he's on vacation right now. So before we run out of time, we got about a minute and a half. How do they tell us a little bit more about your workshop and how they find out more information about it?
Yeah, definitely. So it's 2.5 days. The first day we talk a lot about your story. We structure a speech for you to be able to communicate it well, because you are only as good as your communication, and your
Mm,
business will only grow as well as you communicate. And then
mhm.
day 2, we talk all about, the social media aspects, the business part of whether it's a nonprofit or an LLC or a sole proprietorship. Your I's dotted, your T's crossed, the paperwork that you need to do every year, et cetera, et cetera. And then you can find more information at unsilencemyvoice.com. Again, it's
Okay.
unsilencemyvoice.com.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us this month. I can't wait to see what we're going to talk about next month and the month after, because you graciously said you'll hang out with us for 3 months, and that
Well,
is
because I love you, Tigo.
and we love you too. And I just have to thank you so much because you're family. And whenever I call, you say, "Yeah, I'll be right over." And that is just the best. You are the best.
Yes, we get to choose our family, and I got to choose you. So thank you, Tigo.
Thank you. Hey, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I want you to come back next time. And as always, if you want to know the website, before I even cut, if you want to know the website and you didn't write it down, you know what to do. Go to tigodirect.com, type in Michelle, type in Jewsbury, type in Unsilenced. She's going to come up. You can send her a message. It costs you nothing. It costs her nothing. It's just a way for us to be able to connect you guys with all our great friends that come and hang out with us, every week, every day. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you'll come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.